What's up, y'all? Talon here, and today I have some Pokemon Showdown best of threes for you. I've been hearing that Groudon is washed, Groudon is way better, but I really need to see that for myself firsthand, so we're going to be taking two Groudon teams on the Regulation G best of three ladder. This one, which got top 16 at a Victory Road tournament, very high finish at a very competitive tournament, so I think this team has some merit. It is a Groudon team with Swords Dance, plus Bronzong with Gravity and Trick Room, so the general strategy of this team is set up Trick Room, set up Gravity, and then go for Hypnosis with Bronzong to give your Groudon opportunities to get a Swords Dance off, and then you have 100% Gravity Precipice Blades that are hitting at +2. You can't be intimidated. It's a very difficult combination to deal with once you get it going. And then the second team we have is a team that was created by Ally VGC and I believe Justin Knox, 45 Mice, so both really strong team builders. This team has a lot of similarities to things we would see in Sword and Shield that Groudon would do. Essentially, we have Screens Grimmsnarl with a Clear Amulet Groudon. Usually, I think we'd see kind of Assault Vest and just like bulk out your opponents. This time, we're going Clear Amulet. That item is just too good to pass up in an Incineroar world. But here we're going Bulk Up. We have Healing with Rillaboom's Grassy Terrain to heal you up a little bit, and then just trying to do a ton of damage and just bulk up to the point where physical attackers can't knock you out. And you can just knock out everything with Precipice Blades and Terrifier Heat Crash. So if you want to try these teams for yourself, I have the rental code in the description below for the first team and the Pokepaste with the EV spreads for both of these teams. If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe to the channel. And with all that being said, let's get into the battles now. Okay, up against a Calyrex Ice team. I think Terrifier, Heavy Slam, that's an interesting choice. I think they don't have a lot of offense into us. Like Groudon, this is a battle where Groudon comes in extremely handy, I think. Little Intimidate pressure, little Terrifier, and we can kind of start cooking. Rigraph is important, we have to mind that, but I think overall I feel good about this one. We can easily set up Gravity and sweep them. And last mon should probably be the Flutter Mane here. I don't think Ogerpon's that strong, but we'll figure it out in the game. This looks like a pretty free Swords Dance plus I think I could Terrifier pretty quick. And I could knock off, I could do a lot, but I think what I'll end up going for is just the Parting Shot into the Flare Blitz is going to do not that much, so I don't have to go for a Terrifier yet. I'm going to Parting Shot the Rigraph. Interesting play. We're getting Gravity up if they set up Trick Room, which they do. So here's the Swords Dance, here's the Gravity. They now can knock off an item, but at the expense of us getting a Swords Dance and Gravity up. Because they're -1 on the special attack, that is kind of how this combination goes. You want to be leading Incin if you can against your opponent. I couldn't last game because of the Groudon, but they don't have a lot of immediate Incin pressure, so that really freed us up here to set that initial board where we can just go for Swords Dance and pivot into Bronzong, and they kind of just have a passive lead. Yet there's the Gravity. They're going to knock us off, but I think maybe a little too late. We now have this active. We are underspeeding, we're outspeeding both of them, but we can just go for this. We just go for Gravity Hypnosis and they don't have any counterplay as far as I can tell. Yeah, just a double knockout. And we were actually speed tying. No, the Rigraph went for a Dazzling Gleam, but this is probably GG because the Bronzong, I should probably just make the Bronzong min speed. Oh, it is min speed. Amogus is just naturally slower. That's kind of annoying that you can't sport first. But we do have Gravity Blades active. I could go for a Heat Crash. I think Blades is just stronger. They don't have a knockout with this guy. I always beat the Calyrex in the late game, so I can pretty much just focus down the Ogerpon. Well, I shouldn't. Should I Terrifier? Maybe I preserve the Terra. I don't know. Weird spot. I should just be able to go for Hypnosis, actually. Protect Hypnosis, because they're not threatening my Bronzong at all. Yeah, and they just let me attack there, which is kind of interesting. I should just be able to go for Terrifier, Precipice Blades. They have to read this and go for the high horsepower, and I don't really need my Terra for the rest of the game. I don't think. Yeah, this is just a read if they have high horsepower or not. And if they do, I think that's fine. Yeah, who knows what they went for, but we go for the right play there. And then we just get Trick Room up and beat them with Incin. So good game. That first plan worked really well. And truthfully, they don't have a whole lot that can deal with that, because if they lead with Glastrier, I can just, or not Glastrier. If they lead with Calyrex, I can go for Terra Fire to cover options. So I do feel solid about this, and I will just go for it again, I think. I think Bronzong is exceptional into Calyrex Ice. It's like, honestly, a whole matchup all on its own. And then never brought out the Flutter Mane. Would I have needed it? Maybe. But I feel like living on Icicle Crash is kind of important, and having Protect, but is having Ogerpon better? Probably not. I think Flutter's pretty good, just late game with Sun. They're going for it again. I think we can just mirror the same play. There's not a whole lot they can do. Like, they can go for damage turn 1, like Flare Blitz Psychic Noise, but then I just get first turn Precipice Blades next turn, which seems super disadvantageous. Yeah, they're not making any move, which is fine, and they go for knockoff. So yeah, like I said, now they just get to go for a Precipice Blades without... Yeah, interesting. No gravity. So they're not giving me gravity. All they're doing is just like risking this, which I'm okay with, I guess. Nothing's going to love taking this. They can switch out and go for an Intimidate next turn, but Ogerpon's taking 70 for a Graph is getting knocked out. And Calyrex doesn't love taking this either. So they're giving it to me really easily, but this is kind of the value of the Groudon. If you get the Swords Dance up, you can just go for Precipice Blades, but okay. That's why you can afford to give it to Groudon sometimes. It does not have a DLC quality move. We're going to hit all the rest of them, but that's just unfortunate. Shadow Ball's probably not a KO, but that's super, super sad. For sure. Okay, I think I'm going to Trick Room, though. Shadow Ball won't knock me out. They can reverse Trick Room. Maybe Helping Hand Shadow will, but I doubt it. Not with a Focus Sash, probably Timid Flutter Mane. Helping Hand, it comes out. They go for Shadow Ball, but it does not get there. At this point, we can just go for, honestly, another Swords Dance, and a Hypnosis should be good. I just don't want Trick Room going down. They could make a read and go for Helping Hand Moonblast here, but they don't. Yeah, they just give me this, and they could have switched in. Last turn, they didn't, and now the game is more or less over. I don't even have to take knockouts. I can... Well, I maybe should just take a knockout, and I think I will. Yeah, I could have put that to sleep, but... Oh, okay. That wakes up and goes for Dazzling Gleam, so we do get the knockout. We still have one more turn of Gravity, but they do have Protect Flutter Mane, and they don't have Protect... they have Calyrex in the back. I just get to... Ooh, interesting. Well, effectively the same thing, because I can, again, just go for Fake Out. Precipice Blades and knock out both. Knock out a Pokemon that doesn't have Protect, so super high value. And I don't have to risk them critting me with Sucker Punch. So pretty well executed there, but I think they led about it as passively as they could have. I think them leading with the Calyrex would have been a lot more effective at stopping my Groudon. At least it would have forced me to go for a Terra Fire. Oh, they live that. That's interesting. So now they can crit me, which is annoying, of course, but I think I still should win no matter what, as long as I hit a single target attack. No reason to risk the Precipice Blades, even though I do have a knockout on both. I could end the game this turn, or I could just, you know, end the game in 2 turns, assuming they crit the Sucker Punch this turn. So using Groudon, you are trying to prime yourself to get into Precipice Blade positions in Gravity, which we weren't able to do in the first set, and we ultimately lost off of it. But in these later games, you're trying to figure out when you can afford to go for Heat Crash to minimize variance. And yeah, we live that, and at this point we can just go for the 100% accurate moves. So good game to my opponent, but I think they probably played that a little too passively. Okay, very bulky Zamazenta team. With Iron Defense, no Wide Guard, that's very, very beneficial for our Groudon. Matcha Gotcha is definitely annoying, but we can Terra Fire out of it. Honestly, they don't have a ton of game into... What is Alluring Voice? Alluring Voice, if they had a Stat Rise. Okay, That's annoying for the Groudon, but I think we do just lead it regardless. Just to set up, get chugging along. They don't have taunt. I think this is a Bronzong game for sure. We should be able to outset up. And I could Will-O-Wisp that too, but I don't want the Milotic getting cooking, so Raging Bolt in the back, and late game, I don't want to get Behemoth bashed. I'm not going to be able to stop Heavy Slam either, so probably just Incineroar. I haven't been using the Ogerpon that well, but I think that's fine. Yeah, we're just going to tear Fire to avoid any burns right off the bat. And Milotic should be faster than me. Let me verify that. At neutral. Milotic, level 50. 101, yeah, they should be underspeeding, so we're free to go for the first turn. Iron Defense, sure, fair enough. I think Gravity Blades is the option here. We're now primed to knock them out. Yeah, this is just probably... Do I have to do that? I don't think so. I can just protect. If they knock me out, it doesn't matter. And I think I might live an Iron Defense. Body Press, probably not, but maybe. We'll see. Precipice Blades, Gravity. We'll see how much damage it does. Probably not a lot. An Iron Defense might knock me out, but I don't want them knocking me out. Knocking out my Bronzong while I protect. So we could have gone for that, but now we get Raging Bolt in with Hypnosis Lock. Ooh. No, they knock... Oh, you have Safety Goggles. They can't Rage Powder. Silly me. This is a free Thunderbolt Hypnosis, and this is the value of this combination, actually. I should just be able to go for Thunderbolt Hypnosis in case they protect. Yep, we get that. And then we just Thunderbolt Hypnosis again. They can Rage Powder that away, but they can't Rage Powder away the Gravity Hypnosis, which is really why you're running that item on this. Otherwise, you can just like set up all that stuff, get spored by an Amoonguss, and then your strategy just goes way, way bad. And also, not being able to Hypnosis the actual threatening Pokemon on the team is an issue. So it does look like we're going to be able to get into a good spot here. They could switch into anything, but they're not really threatening any damage. And yeah, it is the Gouging Fire, which wouldn't have loved a Thunderbolt, but yeah. Boom, huge damage. Pro, yeah. Sorry, brother. This is a Volt Switch, and they actually can't protect. Why am I not Thunderclapping? It's Trick Room. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. We're going to Volt Switch out, and we get this in, and now we can just go for a... Yeah, they forfeit. Interesting. Yeah, we're just going to run that back. Maybe they'll figure out what Trick Room is. We are low on the ladder, but... Yeah. So if we maybe could have encored their Iron Defense, that would have been cute, but probably not worth it. Yeah, the damage is just really impressive on the Zamazenta. I think I might just go Incin though. Yeah, I think having Fake Out Pressure is cool, as well as Will-O-Wisp. Can anything go wrong there? I think if they don't Terra, they're still getting 2-hit KO'd and they're susceptible to me protecting the Groudon. I'm going to run the Calc just to see if I can live a Iron Defense. It's probably something I should have calced out. +2 Zamazenta Iron Defense seems like a calc that's going to become super important. Oh my goodness. It's actually a 2-hit KO at neutral and a knockout. Wow, okay. That is such crazy damage. Yeah, because I'm not bold, they would actually easily knock me out at +2. But they go Klefki. Oh, Misty Terrain. That makes sense, but not really, since I can just go for Swords Dance. I should have set up Trick Room earlier. I'm going to go for another Swords Dance and a Gravity or... Yeah, I think Swords Dance plus a... That Milo might be a problem, honestly. I think I'm just going to Precipice Blades Gravity. They're forced to go for a Terra. I won't knock them out, but that's fine. Yeah, they should have gone for a Terra, I think, maybe. The damage is just going to be a lot for them to handle. They might be trying to suss out a Terra, but yeah, there's the Zamazenta. I can just go for Precipice Blades again. And a probably switch out here. It's pretty safe. Just pressure them pretty monumentally. Gyro Ball is going to do a lot. Well, it's not going to do that much, but I think I like the option of just getting the Incineroar. Precipice Blades will 2-hit KO them even if they go for a Terra Grass. And there is the Terra. We knock them out and we don't do a ton of damage, but they don't set up an Iron Defense, which is a mistake. So even though they have Misty Terrain up, we do have Gravity, and yeah, they just forfeit. So that is definitely the power of this set. Just very difficult for, like if all the conditions are met, it's definitely like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! If you can set up all of your trap cards, you just have no counterplay against you. So we're playing against Rain, which is I think maybe a harder matchup for this team, but we'll see what we can do about it. Terra Grass, Focus Sash, Wide Guard, all pretty annoying for Heat Crash Groudon with Precipice Blades. This might honestly be a Ogerpon angle. Outside of that, Entei, it's pretty good. Yeah, I like Ogerpon a fair bit. Yeah, I might finally bring the Ogerpon. That's cool. I'd like Groudon in the back a lot, and then maybe Incin isn't that great. Defiant, Inner Focus, can Spore me. Yeah, we'll just go with this. I'm a little susceptible to the... Like, I can always Terra Fire and knock that guy out. Interesting play. I feel like I can just pretty easily Woodhammer, Moonblast this, and they don't have much counterplay. Ivy Cudgel's better, I want to say. Yeah. Ivy Cudgel, I could Terra Fire, but maybe not the best choice. In this type of matchup, Stomping Tantrum would be annoying. Yeah, that'd be annoying for sure. I think Ivy Cudgel... I really do feel like Ivy Cudgel Moonblast is a KO, though. So I'm going to go for that. If I don't get it up, I lose on the spot. Is that too big of an issue? Probably not. I think I'm going to Woodhammer for the extra damage. Turns out to be the right play. Pelipper coming in. Woodhammer does a ton. Moonblast doesn't knock out, though. That's dicey. Regardless, we should be able to switch in just fine. Like, we could double protect. I'm tempted to, and I think I will. That does leave me very susceptible the next turn, though, so maybe I shouldn't. Groudon in would take a lot from a Weather Ball, truthfully, so I think I will just go for double protect. Outplay is annoying, because I lowered their special attack, but I could have gone for Terra Fairy and knocked them out, and then they probably lose if they have Calyrex in the back, but honestly, still a bit of a toss-up. There is the Terra Weather Ball. I doubt that would have knocked me out, even with the Terra Fire boost, so I'm just going to go for a Switch Dazzle. Ooh, no, I don't want to take the knockout. I want to go for the Shadow Ball into the Pelipper. Stall a turn. Foul Play plus Weather Ball, not a knockout, and then we do just be able to go for a... I mean, we are able to go for a Swords Dance and a... well, maybe Weather Ball knocks me out. Helping Hand, Foul Play probably does, so I think I'm just going to go for a... No, I think if I Dazzling Gleam and take a knockout, I'm chilling, so I'm just going to go for that. Entei comes out, fair enough. And there comes the Weather Ball. It crits my Flutter, but I don't think that matters. Outside of the Ferrograph, everything was able to knock me out anyways. And Psychic would have been close anyways. This does feel like a good spot against everything but Calyrex, and even if they do bring out the Calyrex, I could just make a super hard read. I don't think I have to, though. Yeah, I think I can go for Protect, and I should go down on Flutter this turn, but if I don't, I want to get some good value out of it. So I will just go for a chip on the Entei. Yet there's the Lance. They go for Stomping, which is cool because I can lock them into that with Encore, which I will do. And now we have a knockout with Terra Fairy or Terra Fire Heat Crash. Or I don't have to go for that, actually. Yeah. Because Stomping Tantrum won't be a knockout, thankfully. Have they gone for Terra? They could go for Terra normal E-Speed, but they can't. Okay. Yeah, this is the interesting part about Encore Ogerpon. More, yeah, it's more niche in most situations, but in this situation we actually get a very consistent turn. We can Encore that, and then now we have a pretty safe, honestly, Heat Crash double up. Feels good. Like, I'm pretty sure this knocks out the Calyrex and knocks out the Entei. Well, how much is Heat Crash to Entei? 100? Oh, Calyrex actually takes nothing from that. That's good to know. Oh yeah, I totally misplayed. I needed to Terra Fire there. Oof. Weird spot. Very, very dumb spot on my part, actually. That was 100% a choke. Because they could have lived that and then swept me if they read the high horsepower turn right. Yeah. Good to know that Calyrex actually weighs a ton. Wow. That makes me think this Pokemon's a lot worse. They do forfeit. Okay, yeah. They didn't have a win there, but Pelipper came in a way that was really bad, honestly. They didn't bring a Mungus, which felt like a mistake. I felt like I brought the right Pokemon outside of maybe the Raging Bolt. That could have been Incin. But I can't switch in that well either. I think I will bring the Incin just to fake out in the late game or go for a Terra and just stall a turn. Maybe Groudon's better. Setting up Trick Room could be good. I think I'll go for that. Fair enough. They don't have a knockout. I could just go for a Terra, which I want to go for a bit. Yeah, they could live this. I think that's fine, though. I can easily break a Sash. Yep, so we switch, they follow me, and we knock them out with Ivy Cudgel, but they get up Trick Room, which I think is a fair play, given we take a knockout, and then their Calyrex really isn't threatening us. But one thing we can't do so easily is set up Gravity, because they'll be able to high horsepower us that turn, so gotta be conscious of that. Okay. Icicle Crash probably doesn't knock us out, but I'm not sure. Maybe it gets close. It definitely could. Tough spot. I could reverse Trick Room, and I'm tempted to. I think I will do that. Because what are they going to do? Like Weather Ball, Icicle... Yeah. Now I do just have a switch in to this, and they don't have a defensive play. Yeah, Bronzong, the anti-Trick Room Pokemon. Very cool. So they could Weather Ball, but I'll now be not super effective. It will now be not super effective into me, and if they go for Protect, I can Encore them that turn. So I do like the pin we've executed here. Let's turn on the timer. Put the clamps on him. Yeah, Encore, like Terra Fire, Ogerpon, and Sun forces a lot of Protects, so you do get these opportunities a lot of the time to go for an Encore the next turn. Yeah, okay. Oh, they had a Mungus in the back. That's not good news, but I feel like that's a good showcase for this team. We'll, I think, switch over to the Light Screen Reflect Groudon team now, just because I think we executed the Groudon Swords Dance combo a couple times. We got the Gravity going, we got the Hypnosis flying, and we honestly used the Bronzong as a good utility Pokemon against Calyrex, so I feel like that's a good showcase. I like Sash Flutter here a lot with Grimmsnarl lead, just to get up screens. And Groudon back isn't that good. I feel like Raging Bolt leads really good. They are Terra Fairy on that, which is annoying. They go Terra Fairy, we could Choice Band E-Speed them though. So I think that's probably a good angle. Yeah, that seems strong. Probably necessary, honestly. I might not bring Groudon here, which is a weird call, but feels like what I gotta do. Feels like a free Moonblast Thunder Wave to me. Yeah. They have to go for a Terra. Oh, they are Mystic Water, not Choice Scarf. You hate to see it. You really do hate to see it. I feel like Thunder Wave is high value regardless, though. Icy Wind gets me in a way better spot overall, so I think I maybe just go for that. You Covert Cloak, Focus Ash, yeah. I'm reading them to either go for a Terra Grass here. Okay, they would have given me Moonblast Thunder Wave. but we pair them so it's chill. The vibes are amazing. Just gonna Moonblast them then, and Foul Play. They could protect, but yeah. Weird play on the taunt. Who am I taunting there? Not your Torn. Just go for Tailwind. Yeah, still low ladder, so seeing some weird plays. I think in best of three ladder, it's a good way to practice making 100% coverage plays instead of making reads. And if you are unable to make super good positioning reads over the course of your battles, it might be more of a team issue if you know how to play that style. And this kind of feels like that here, where we're having to play hard matchups where we have to make reads. That's kind of the value of low ladder, is just figuring that sort of thing out. Foul Play Grimmsnarl does a lot of damage though. Like even that Torn took 46. Yeah, Focus Sash still active. We can just go for Icy Wind plus a Thunder Wave. Honestly, I could set up Light Screen, probably a little more high value, and I will do so. Yep, they go for the Terra Fairy, so a Foul Play would have been useless. Thunder Wave might have been good, but we can go for that next turn. And they interestingly go for it into the Grimmsnarl. That's weird. Or they don't go for it into the Grimmsnarl, rather. No Nasty Plot, no chance for them to set that up. I'm going to go for a... knockoff's not really that big of a concern. So I'm just going to Thunder Wave the Calyrex. Good call there on their attacking pattern, and then now I should just be able to go for a Thunder Wave plus a Moonblast. Should be good. Yeah. And we hit them into range of Life Orb, and that should be GG with the Entei. Stomping Tantrum plus Foul Play closes this. Yeah, so I feel like Screens generally has a really solid matchup into these sort of really hyper-offensive Tailwind teams, because you can just get the Grimmsnarl, screen up, Thunder Wave the things that are quick, and then just win the pace of the battle that way. And that's kind of how it played out here. We slowed down their threats, led kind of slower, so we had more of our offensive pieces in the back, but it didn't end up mattering because they just weren't able to build an offense. I feel like on a team like this, if they had Nasty Plot Calyrex, maybe if that's in the lead slot, things could get dicey, but yeah, the Thunder Wave on the first turn was also a huge help. All right, finish it off with the Stomping Tantrum and on to the next game. Okay, so we got them with Grimmsnarl the first game. I don't know if I think we'll go Grimmsnarl again this game, but I feel like Amoonguss would have been a really hard stop. Or at least it would have pressured me in some different ways. Yeah, they're not Rocky Helmet, so that's good. I wonder if I could just go Rillaboom lead. That honestly seems pretty strong against everything but the Incin, but the Incin is just so likely. So I think I'll go Bolt here lead. It's pretty susceptible to a Amoonguss lead. That's my only issue, but I don't think they'll go for that. And if they do, I'll bring the Rillaboom. If I can chip down the Calyrex, we're in a good spot. And then last mon, it kind of has to be Groudon to deal with that as well. So yeah, we're going the Sun mode this time. They're probably surprised we didn't have it the last time, but Incin is their lead. Kind of feels like a free Snarl plus, honestly, Thunder Wave is good. Well, Thunder Wave is probably not necessary. Could be good though. Yeah, I'm just gonna Snarl. Do I fold to a Reflect? Let's go Light Screen, just so I don't get Draining Kissed after I miss a Thunder Wave. Knockoff could be annoying, but I really do just need to chip the Calyrex, and if this also forces a Terra out of them, they can't really afford to take this much damage. But they are going to take it. They don't Terra, and we just like knock them into Thunderclap range, so that's fine by me. I'm going to Thunderbolt because this guy's really not a threat anymore. We can just go for Light Screen. Amoonguss is out, and they protected. Cool. I wish I could Terra Fairy Thunder Wave myself, but I don't think that is super advisable. They are just very weak. So I think I'll just go for a switch to Rillaboom and Thunder Wave the Amoonguss, actually. I'll Thunder Wave the Calyrex, just in case they give me the opportunity. Am I fast enough to outspeed that? Yeah, I am. Self-Polling Puff would be annoying here, but I doubt they go for it. Terra Fairy, we get the Thunder Wave off, and hopefully it's a Spore. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a Wood Hammer into them. Super free. Pretty sure that knocks out no matter what, but we do struggle a bit with the Amoonguss. Reflect Time or no? I would say Thunder Wave the Amoonguss time. Ooh, Instant out. Good play. We do a lot there, and now we are threatening Heat Crash. So we're starting to be kind of chilling, honestly. We just protect in front of their Fake Out. I guess they could make a read that we switch out. Heat Crash. Let me run the calc. That's good to know if Amoonguss can live that. Max Attack, Bold, Heat Crash, they can't live. So we can just protect out of this and not waste our Terra. As long as they don't pivot in their own Fake Out. But I think that's why we get our Rillaboom out off the field. I do feel like Grimmsnarl is really annoying for Calyrex Shadow to deal with, because they have to commit to Terra to even 2-hit KO us through screens, which is just such a bother for them to have to do, but probably what they needed to do in the matchup. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a Protect. The Incineroar is not really a concern here. We can just always knock that out with a Heat Crash or a Precipice Blades now that they can't Terra. Doesn't look like they have Torn in the back to set up Rain, and even if they do, well, if they can set up Rain, that could be annoying, but I would, with Rocky Helmet, Draco plus Precipice Blade should knock them out. Even though we've lost the Grimmsnarl, we got the Light Screen up, and their physical attackers, outside of Rillaboom, maybe the Rillaboom would be annoying, but we have Terrifier for that. So overall, not too concerned. Yep, there was the double into the Groudon, and now with the special attack boost, it's going to be kind of tricky for them, I think. Should just be a Thunderbolt plus a... Well, are we max attack on the Groudon? No, we're 156. Okay. Ah, that's annoying. I think I might just commit Terra then. Yeah, to guarantee that KO. And they can redirect around me, unfortunately. So what do we do about that? Probably still just Dragon Pulse something. Thunderbolt's best. And then Heat Crash, knock that out. Surprised they didn't Rage Bolt. They're going to take a big... I'm actually fast Groudon. But yeah, Thunderbolt does a ton. We don't have Draco to knock them out. And they Will-O-Wisp into our Terrifier Groudon. So really solid turn for us. And then the Calyrex is too slow. We can just Heat Crash that and Thunderbolt. And we should kind of be good. Yeah, no reason to risk much. I guess I don't even have to risk the Calyrex when I can go for a double up into the Incin. Like, yes, they can go for an attack with the Calyrex, but it doesn't matter because they're super slow. We can knock them out with our Rillaboom at any point in the game. We're just focusing on the other Pokemon, and if they go for a Protect there or a knockoff, maybe they have a way to win this game with the rest of their Pokemon. But the Urshifu coming out, they've already committed Terra. This is just a free Thunderclap Heat Crash with no real counterplay. Yeah, they could have Aqua Jetted in Sun, but yeah, I don't think that's getting them there. So good game to them. I think this was a really good Grimmsnarl showcase against Tailwind. Okay, their ladder actually started to reset, so we're getting a best of 1. Yeah, we couldn't get any best of 3, unfortunately, but we are pretty high on the best of 1 ladder. I mean, not super high, but higher relative to the best of 3 ladder we were on. Focus Sash, Max Speed Flutter, very good here, I think. And then Grimmsnarl could be cool. A lot of opportunity to Thunder Wave, but the Chi-Yu is generally not a great matchup, so maybe I just go Entei. Entei could be cool. If I can Icy Wind the Chi-Yu, that's pretty swag as well. I think I will go for that angle. Icy Wind plus Fast Groudon is very good. And Entei E-Speed is strong against all their Pokemon if they don't have Terra Ghost, for sure. And then maybe Rillaboom to apply Fake Out pressure. Grassy Glide. But I think Raging Bolt's a little stronger. So we're all boosted up, all lovely friends, and I think that's just going to be Taunt. Oh god, there's so much that Amoonguss could be. They're probably going to Sucker Punch me here, Thunderclap, so I think I'm going to go for this, actually. This seems strong to me. Yep, they're going to Terra Fire, and they're going to protect the Raging Bolt, which is good. And they don't get the Spore off. Yeah, kind of sniffed that out based on the lead. They were going to do some cheese like that. And now we should just have a knockout into you, and I don't want to take a Thunderclap, so also a knockout into you if I want it. So I'm just going to taunt you and hope I hit my attack, right? Should I let them hit me? I think not. I think I just protect and Precipice Blades. And if I double hit, I probably double win. There's the Sucker Punch, and there is no Thunderclap, double knockout. Yeah, perfect first turn. So they tried to cheese me, but you can't cheese the taunt Flutter Mane. It's a pretty anti-cheese. It's like a solid mon for anti-cheese, honestly. Especially with Focus Sash Speed Booster. There's just so much that you cannot goof around against with it. Or nothing can goof around against you with it. Pretty solid best of one team in that regard as well. Choice Band, Entei, very scary. And then no Draco is surprisingly hard to deal with. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Raging Bolt, also like kind of annoying if you don't know what's coming. And they are taking their time now. Yeah, they do just forfeit. Oh yeah, they were definitely hosed. We just Moonblast the Groudon and knock out the Flutter. Yeah, easy game. So this is Trick Room plus Alcremie. They're going to try and decorate their Calyrex, which is fair enough, but kind of annoying. So we have Taunt. I think Bulk Up's pretty strong here. Yeah, Bulk Up's really good, I think. I can set up screens. Their Calyrex plus Indeedee lead would be annoying for sure. I think Reflect Bulk Up is the way to go this match. And then this in the late game could be cool. And then Rillaboom in the back. If you can deal with the Farigiraf or the Indeedee, if you have Rillaboom against Trick Room, it's always really strong, in my opinion. That should have been a Terra Fire, by the way, on my part. That was a huge potential blunder, I would say. And I'm just gonna go for a light screen, I think, in case they go for a Psychic or something like that. Ooh, they protect the Calyrex. Interesting. I think this has to be foul play. What I could do that's really fun is Thunder Wave them. Is that necessary? Probably not. I think I will live the Ice Cold Crash regardless. Oh, interesting. That's fine. We are bulking up to the end of time, but eventually that will end and we will be in good spot. So I will just go for a Thunder Wave into the Calyrex, make it move first, and go from there. So they're going to try and go for a... they still had Psychic Terrain up. That's bad. Alright, we're still tanking. We're still tanking. We have one more turn of Encore, so this is fine. We just go in here and we protect. Unless they double protect. Double Trick Room would be hard. Would they go for that? I guess the only question is, do I lose the game? If they do. Yeah, probably so. I don't lose if I just get Trick Room up here, so I'm going to go for that. Just going to go for a Fake Out in the Calyrex, even though they have a good switch. So my idea here is Fake Out. Yeah, Indeedee's the obvious switch to stop a Fake Out, but they don't have a knockout with high horsepower into me, as long as they don't crit, and Encore ends this turn. So with that in mind, we now have Heat Crash into the Indeedee. If they aren't Focus Sash, that's a KO. If they are, I think it's still fine. And then we just knock out with Woodhammer afterwards into the Calyrex. Not even risking the Precipice Blades. They don't have Reflect Up. We do, and so we take that knockout pretty cleanly. So that's the kind of stuff you're going to expect when you see the Alcremie, is just like, it could have Trick Room, Decorate, Encore. I kind of got Encored, but I had a good defensive Terra plus Bulk Up, which meant I was not a sitting duck, even though I was still sitting up. And unable to attack, I had the turns to be able to do so and not worry about it. Okay, and there's Primarina plus Alcremie, which in theory could have been scary, but Well, I guess it still could be faster than me, which would be sad, but I have Light Screen up, so I think I'd be fine in the end. And I should beat them provided I hit my attack. So I think I'm going to go for Heat Crash into the Alcremie and probably a switch, I think. I'm just worried I miss my blades, you know, because then I lose if they have a cute Terra type. So I do want to go for a Heat Crash. Surely that's a KO, right? I have to imagine it is. Or at least it brings in a range of Grassy Glide. Yeah, they go for Grass Terra. We knock that out. GG. Got him. So the goal there was to bring it low enough to where I could Grassy Glide. Given the Alcremie only has probably Dazzling Gleam, I felt that even if Primarina lives, it'll be in range of Grassy Glide, even if they go for a Hyper Voice double knockout, and then I win from there. Okay, Raging Bolt really... So Entei really strong lead for me here, I think. Thunderbolt seems like their most likely play. I kind of just want to go for a Sacred Fire, though. I could Terra Grass, that'd be interesting. I kind of just want to save this, though. I think if I force a Terra, I'm in a good spot, so I'm going to go for that. They could Terra Electric, Thunderbolt me, but they don't. That's fine. Yeah, Terra Grass Instant doesn't feel correct. Calm Mind, definitely wrong, I would say. So I can Heat Crash that. There's not a lot of switch-ins, and then honestly Terra Grass myself. Feels good. Ooh, Groudon in, interesting. Oh, I Terra Grass out of that too. Yikes, okay. This does feel like a safe Precipice Blades still. I should outspeed them and hit the Precipice Blades and be fine. But good switch on them. I got antsy going for the Terra. If I hadn't, I'd be in a better spot. There's Swords Dancing. That's a quick Groudon too. But we double hit, and now we have Icy Wind Pressure on the board. Very nice. Clear Amulet as well, but they are faster than me. I like Moonblasting the Flutter, just getting some damage off, and then... Could I let them double KO me here? I think so. I think Icy Wind is probably better. Just get some guaranteed stuff. Yeah, we just knock out the Groudon straight up, which is good. My idea there was getting the Groudon in E-speed range, and then I can just Thunderbolt, Thunderclap the Flutter Mane, or maybe somehow flip the order. Yeah, just, I guess I should have tried to get the Flutter Mane down the Sash so I could Thunderclap, Sacred Fire lock that slot. So not perfectly played, but played fine, I think. I should be good here still. That's fine. I can still Heat Crash you and go with Thunderclap. There is the Protect, but like I said, Heat Crash gonna do a ton of damage, and once again we have the same lock. So yeah, this is why Terraing early in a battle can be kind of bad, even though you maybe have a safer turn 1 because of it. In the late game, against a bulky team like this, it's just gonna make my lines of play a lot more direct without having to account for the defensive resource of Terastallization. Nice.